Turn me up some.
Spread love.
You know what I'm talking about?
With DJ Good Grief. Spread love.
Goodness griefus.
Peace. What's up? It's Spread Love with DJ Good Grief. It is Tapped Into Texas Tuesday. Showing love to my local artists, my Texas people, and my transplants. Big shout out my man Colombo, who's in the house with me today.
Peace, peace.
He's not originally from Texas, but that doesn't matter. He's representing Texas. And he's here today to talk about his new album, Return from
the ether.
From the ether. Return from the ether. What's the ether?
The ether. The ether is an element, one of the 5 elements in the universe. It's the lightest element. It's a subtle element. You don't see it, but it's there. So when I say return from the ether, what I'm saying is I'm bringing up the idea that, this is kind of like a deep concept, but I like to talk about, and it's basically, where do we go after this life?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you talk about the idea of reincarnation, what happens to the soul? What happens to the energy body? And so the idea is the energy body resides in the ether, and then it returns. So this album, Return from the Ether, is the idea that, I'm back in this lifetime now, and I'm exploring what that means to me.
So this is your first album or second album? Or
this
third?
Is actually...
How many albums do you have?
Yeah, exactly. It may be, man. In this lifetime, it's my first full length.
First full length. But do you have an EP out as well?
This is, man, I dropped the EP back in 2015, 5-song EP, and recorded here in Houston. A lot of the music that I did on that was written in New York, and so it was a culmination of like kind of New York life and then Houston put together in two.
That's right. He's originally from Queens,
yes,
Queens,
sir.
New York City. Representing, you started hip hop out there.
Yeah, man. I was 12 years old. Actually, I was 9 when I wrote my first rhyme.
That's dope.
And I made my first beat when I was 12. My brother brought home a beat machine.
You got good beats, man.
Hey, man, appreciate that, man. Yeah.
What beat machine did he have?
Hey, it was a QY70 Yamaha.
Okay.
It was. I still have it.
You still have it?
I still have it. And then I upgraded to another Yamaha version. And me and my brother were pulling out some beats on that, man. And
could you sample on the Yamaha?
No.
Okay, so
everything was
all originals.
Yeah, tiny little keyboard on there.
It was like keys?
It was like little keys that you really couldn't fit your fingers.
I'm going to check this out. That's dope. I dig that.
Yeah, man.
So Queens, when did you decide to move to Houston?
Oh, yeah, man. Back in 2014, we made the move out here.
You and your wife?
Yeah, man. Me and my wife, if we felt like we needed to change, we wanted to get out of the New York life. I was born and raised, and it was just something that was calling us to do.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York City, man, home of the hip-hop, but Houston, Texas is pretty hip-hop-ish. We got a lot of hip-hop going on out here. We're pretty much the mecca, I would say, for Texas. Houston, definitely a great place to move.
Hey, man, I'll say when I got out here, man, there was a lot of love, in the hip-hop community. People showing love as far as my music, too, and even all the local artists out here, man, really enjoying their music, and so it's great to be a part of that.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get some more in just a moment. We return right here on Spread Love with DJ Good Grief. Colombo will stay in the studio with us. Stay tuned, y'all. Peace, y'all. Spread Love Show. We're back with Colombo. He's in the house. What's up, Colombo?
Yo, what's good, man? Thanks again for having me on here, man. Much appreciated.
You got one of my favorite songs out right now, Dream. And it's actually under Intent, INTNT, right?
That's right. Yes.
If you look for it on the streaming platforms, which are
Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, Amazon Music, Deezer, Bandcamp, Tidal, everything.
Cool.
I think there's like 100+ stores.
LimeWire.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure.
Napster. Something like that.
Throwbacks.
Right? MySpace. That's what's up, man. No, Dream is really cool. You have really great visual for this too. You left Houston after you moved here. You did your the first album here too.
I did an EP here.
Yeah. The EP was here. What's the EP called?
It's called "Are You Really Listening?"
Are You Listening? And that's under Colombo.
That's under Colombo. Yeah.
Okay. And Intent has the Return from Ether.
That's right.
If you look up for the new album, which you definitely need to look up both, but Return from Ether is under Intent, INTNT. Return from Ether, the full-length album from Colombo, who's gonna re-release this as Colombo, right?
That's right. Yeah, I am. I don't want to get confused. Don't want to confuse anybody.
It was like alter ego. It's kind of cool, you know what I'm saying?
You know, so this is the deal, man. I've been working on this album, right? Return from the Ether for like 2.5, 3 years, living out here in Houston, and I felt like I was at a point in my career where like everything that I felt like I was doing was intentional,
right?
And so the album, if you pay attention and listen to the themes and the topics on the album, you know, it really does have a lot of intention as far as the things that I cover.
Yeah.
And so it was like a lot of things happening in my life, people around me, and so you know, I didn't want to be repetitive. Like, you know, I want to bring a lot of new ideas to music. I want to be innovative, you know, and that's really what I work towards every day, is mastering my craft and bringing something new as far as sound, influences. And so yeah, man, so when I came up with this album, like I really wrote out like, you know, what do I want to, you know, what's the message that I want to get out there. And so I laid it out, and it was really intentional. So
yeah, I could tell the track Dream, which I was saying earlier, has a great visual on it. And going into that visual, you left Houston and moved to New Mexico for a while. Yeah,
man, I was out in New Mexico. It was a big sacrifice for me. My wife, she has intentions to, and she had goals to become a holistic coach. So we did this plan, and I left a lot of things that I had out here, and obviously the music scene, which was really big for me as far as the album release and everything. And so we made it out there. We spent 1.5 years. I wanted to say that it was like a hiatus for me, you know, like stepping out, kind of a detour, but I realized that there is no such thing, you know, like everything is a process.
No doubt.
And so for me, it was having a chance to go into some new place where I could just really step back and reflect, you know, look at what are the things that matter to me most. And so when I get back to Houston, really focus on, you know, those things and make it happen. And so I'm really glad to be back, man. I'm glad we made the trip out there. My wife has some really great, ambitious goals, and I love to see her pursue that.
And she's a consultant on Ayurveda.
Yes.
I went and checked it out.
The ancient science of Ayurveda. 5,000-year-old medical science.
She knows her stuff, man. Changed my life, man.
I'm glad to hear that.
Appreciate you, Miss Colombo.
All right. No doubt.
So New Mexico was where Dream was filmed. Where did we film that?
Yeah, so we made a trip out to White Sands National Park.
White Sands National Park.
Yes, man. Beautiful place on earth. A very unique place. If you haven't been to White Sands National Park, I definitely recommend one of the places to go. It's, you know what I mean? It's not really that far if you think about it, even from here if you drive out there.
Well, it's about a day.
Yeah. I don't think a day.
It takes a day to get out of Texas.
I mean, if you're down to drive 14 hours, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you should check that out. Search Dream by INTNT on YouTube. And that video, man, is great. It's awesome. It's incredible.
Thank you,
do
brother.
Video work yourself as well.
Yes.
It's under the umbrella of Link Stellar.
Is actually not under the umbrella of On Purpose Entertainment.
On Purpose Entertainment, okay.
Yeah, so that's really my focus.
What's Link Stellar?
Link Stellar is marketing, is promotions, and just really helping entrepreneurs, people get their business out in the world. And so I have a branch of doing that in my business of On Purpose Entertainment. But everything I like to do is with purpose, man.
That's what's up, man. Well, we got Intent, a.k.a. Colombo, a.k.a.
Colombo and Intent.
And On Purpose, a.k.a. Link Stellar. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot going on, man. I'm proud of you, man. It's good stuff, man. And this album is incredible. We're going to get into the track Dream right now. Y'all stay tuned. We might come back. Colombo might kick something for us, man. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Spread love, y'all. I got my man Colombo in the house. Tapped into Texas. We got local Texas art, Texas hip hop, Texas R&B.
H-Town.
My man is from Queens, New York, though, but I consider a Houstonian. You know what I'm saying? You've been here long enough.
Yeah, man. Jackson Heights, Queens. Shout out to DJ Premier.
That's what's up.
He's from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Big
And
shout
so
out.
that was a big influence of mine right there.
Gangster has a new album coming out.
Yes, sir.
Just heard the track with J. Cole.
Mm-hmm. That's fire, man.
It's good stuff. But back to your music, man. You got Intent, INTNT. The project is your alter ego for right now.
That's right.
It's online. It's on all streaming platforms.
Yes.
The album is called
Return from the Ether.
Return from the Ether. And it's got a good message behind it. You should definitely check this out. I'm playing tracks here on the show. The man himself is in the building, so I just got to ask him, can you kick something for us, man?
Oh,
You're going to have to go a cappella, though.
Absolutely, man. I'm with it. All right.
Live and direct, y'all. Colombo,
You
man.
gonna beatbox?
I would, man, but I need that
it's all
water,
good.
man. I ain't had that water yet.
Yeah. All right. Yo, Queens is definitely getting it. Clutch City got to represent. We pushing this straight up out the cleaners. From ABQ Route 66 to Phoenix. Hit me up on the DM, got per diem. I'm getting this grip, we out the flip and re-up. Meet me up on the boat, I got the steer up. La Niña, La Pinta y Santa Maria. Woo. Modern fam, Al Bundy with Sophia. Flip a gram Insta, I'ma stick to Kriya. Yoga, being a soldier, armory up. We never slip, got MCs feeling like Crimea. This is all my peninsula. I'm deep in the game like basilicas. The spirit need never live in fear. So I'ma cop a squat while I'm here. I'ma drop this my year off the top, visionary. The situation ain't the same since I came into the game and the name became acclaimed. With flavor spiced like masala. Now they on the chopping block like Impalas. You got those 60 Glocks, but the fam up in my orbit. On some nifty blocks, strip you down Taj Mahal-ish. We on a special ops, Rastafarians. Cause see, we in the belly amongst Babylonians. When you see this, you'll see we already victorious. Oxygen and hell, breathe this and you can feel it's glorious. I'm a fiend for this fiend and hit the snare after the kick. It's the season for me to unload and hit him full clip.
What? Hold up. Let's get a little round of applause in here, man. Yeah, give it up for
man.
Colombo, man. Album is Return to the Ether. Return from the Ether.
Return from
the Ether. Intent, INTNT.
Yes, sir.
Snatch that up online. Go check it out. Give him some streams. Much love for coming out, man.
Much love, man. Appreciate you, man.
Got you in rotation.
Spread the love.
here.
Spread love.
Spread love, y'all, right here with DJ Good Grief.
Yeah, that's right.
Check y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.